for joining us wherever you're watching from. Is Nigeria losing the fight against insecurity because of the criminals, or because the country's security agencies are not being properly equipped? That difficult question has been reignited after a former Inspector General of Police made one of his strongest public criticisms yet, accusing the federal government of contributing to the country's growing security crisis. His remarks have sparked fresh debates about whether Nigeria's security challenges are being made worse by funding gaps, manpower shortages, and poor coordination among security agencies. The Punch reports that former Inspector General of Police Mike Okiro made the remarks while speaking at the first daily national dialogue on security in Abuja. During his address, Okiro argued that the federal government has weakened the Nigerian police force by failing to adequately equip it for modern policing. He described the police as the country's lead agency for internal security and said that the force cannot effectively combat increasingly sophisticated criminal groups without the necessary operational tools.
So what happened in Nigeria police? Nigeria police says badly disorganized, disenchanted, demoralized, unstaffed, ill-equipped, ill-trained. They what they expect. That's what you see. If the police had been well equipped, nobody talk about state police.
So funding is a major problem.
A lot of things. Funding major. So if they fund the police, nobody talk about. People talk about state police because federal police have failed. If they have succeeded, nobody talk about it. Staffing. If that funding can I?
Are the police poorly paid?
Of course, poorly paid. Poorly staffed.
According to Okiro, the government has deliberately failed to provide the police with the resources needed to carry out their constitutional responsibilities. He said the lack of adequate weapons, communication equipment, and operational support has significantly reduced the force's effectiveness in tackling insecurity across the country. His comments represent his personal assessment on Nigerian security challenges and reflect concerns he believes should receive urgent attention. The retired police chief argued that policing has evolved beyond the era when officers could effectively patrol communities carrying only batons. According to him, today's security threats require modern policing methods supported by advanced equipment, armored vehicles, reliable communication systems, and improved logistics. Without these tools, he warned, security personnel will continue to struggle against heavily armed criminal groups operating across different parts of the country. Okiro also raised concern about the number of police officers available to protect Nigeria's growing population. Recalling his tenure as chairman of the Police Service Commission in 2013, he said the commission discovered that there had been no recruitment into the Nigerian police force for 5 consecutive years. During that period, he said thousands of officers left the service through retirement, deaths, and other causes without being replaced. According to Okiro, the police lost 59,730 personnel during those years without corresponding recruitment to fill the vacancies. He questioned why thousands of qualified young Nigerians remain unemployed while the police continue to face severe manpower shortages. In his view, expanding recruitment would not only strengthen national security, but also create employment opportunities for many graduates seeking work. Beyond funding and recruitment, Okiro also criticized what he described as poor coordination among Nigerian security agencies. He argued that intelligence gathering alone is not enough if information cannot be shared quickly with officers on the ground. According to him, unnecessary bureaucratic procedure often delay urgent responses to security threats, giving criminal groups valuable time to escape or carry out attacks before security agencies can act. Recalling his time as Inspector General of Police, Okiro said he had proposed stronger cooperation among security agencies. He explained that if the Department of State Services obtained intelligence in a particular location, Such information should immediately be shared within the nearest police command rather than passing through multiple administrative layers before action is being taken. He warned that criminals do not wait while official reports move slowly through bureaucratic channels. The discussion also featured former Chief of Defense Staff General Lucky Irabor, retired, who focused on Nigeria's defense spending priorities. Irabor expressed concern that more than 3/4 of the country's defense budget is reportedly spent on personnel costs, leaving relatively little available for military equipment, maintenance, and modernization. According to him, this funding pattern makes it difficult for the armed forces to acquire the modern capabilities needed to confront evolving security threats. Irabor further stated that Nigeria's total military expenditure remains below 1% of the country's gross domestic product, despite the persistent security challenges facing the nation. He suggested that the current level of defense investment deserves careful review, particularly at a time when the military is engaged in multiple operations against terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, and other forms of violent crimes across different regions. He also referred to figures from the Open Treasury portal of the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, which he said indicated that capital release for military operation has remained significantly below approved allocations. According to Irabor, the Nigerian Army received an approved equipment budget of 20.56 billion naira for 2025, but only 1.46 billion naira, representing 7.1%, had reportedly been released at the time of his presentation. The remarks by both retired security chiefs have added fresh momentum to the national conversation about Nigerian security architecture. While neither currently holds an official government position, both men previously occupied some of the country's highest security offices and drew on their professional experience to explain the challenges they believe to continue to affect security operations. Their observations are likely to generate further debate among policymakers, security experts, and members of the public. The federal government have repeatedly stated that it remains committed to improving national security through increased investments, military operations, and reforms across various security agencies. At the same time, discussions such as these highlight the differing perspective of how best to strengthen Nigeria's security institutions and improve the operational effectiveness. As insecurity continues to affect communities across different parts of the country, questions about police funding, military modernization, intelligence sharing, and personnel recruitment are expected to remain central to public debates. Whether the concern raised by Mike Okiro and Lucky Irabor will influence future policy decisions remains to be seen. But their comments have once again drawn national attention to the resources, coordination, and reforms that many experts believe are essential for improving Nigeria's security situation. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you find this report informative, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss our latest updates in Nigeria and worldwide. I'm Chimezrim Okoro, and do have a blessed day.